Last week on Motivational Moments with LaRon Barnes.
Honestly, it stems from a young age as we grow up, and then it comes and affects us when we are in school, from our teachers, people that we look at and we value, whose opinions we value, and our peers. So every time we are in an environment where it involves people, they actually help shape our self-image psychology. I remember, Andrew, growing up when I was told by my second grade teacher, Miss Smith, that I needed to be put on Ritalin, that I was ADHD and I had a learning disability. And I remember when she told me that, how much it affected me, how it affected the way that I seen myself. Because up until then, I didn't think that I was stupid, dumb, couldn't learn. I remember going home that day and I remember crying and saying, God, I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to be dumb. And so it stems from the people that we trust, we believe, we have faith in, how powerful self-compassion is. Most of us may look at it as it's soft. Most of us don't even look at it at all because we scrutinize ourselves so much and we are so self-critical that we don't really have compassion on ourselves. And what self-compassion does is it actually heals us. It soothes our spirit. It lets us be okay with making mistakes. Many times, most of us don't like making mistakes, so we don't take action. We don't go after what we want, or we play it safe. But self-compassion says, you know what? I jacked up. I messed up. I didn't say the right thing. It's okay. I got up. I spoke. I didn't nail it. It's okay. I know that everybody has downfalls. It's okay. Self-compassion allows you to pick yourself back up. It allows you to say, you know what? That I'm going to learn from this lesson.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is A.L. Johnson with Elevating Men, back to you with another Motivational Moments with LaRon Barnes. Every Sunday, we want to make sure that we get your mindset correct for the week. It's so important that you start on Sunday, not on Monday, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And so last week, we talked about psychology and self-image and how all of that plays into our ability to become successful and reach the best version of ourselves. Today, we have a different topic. We're going to be talking about the power of associations, how to get in the room, how to rub shoulders and elbows with the VIP, because we know a lot of times it isn't what you know, but who you know. And so, LaRon, let's talk about it. How important are associations when it comes to reaching your goals?
Associations are extremely powerful, Andrew. Associations actually determine the outcome of your life. They determine if your life is a success, if it's prosperous, if it's filled with abundance, or if it's negative, if it's draining, if everything is all about, it's all about, I can't figure it out. Because associations actually put you in the rooms with VIP, very important people. And very important people are the people you want to be around that will help you take your life to the next level. I remember when I was looking to meet Les Brown. I think I talked about this a little bit before. And initially, when I went to approach Les Brown or meet Les Brown, I knew that I couldn't go to him directly. So I knew about what we call is a champion. A champion is someone who knows someone that you want to know, and you don't know that. So I reached out to a spiritual son named Jermaine Miller, which is a very powerful speaker himself, very powerful speaker. And I remember he told me, he said, LaRon, the people that you want to meet, You have to come up to them. They're not going to come down to you. So what I did, Andrew, was I began to work on my craft. I began to read. I began to study. I began to get better at what I do so that when I got to that place to be exposed, then people could see the gift that I had. Then Les Brown could see me. Then he could know I've been working on my stuff. But what I did was I initially connected with his spiritual son. And by doing that, he actually gave me an open door, because the information he gave me was so powerful that allowed me to eventually get in the room with Les Brown.
There's something that you said there. You said that they won't come down to you. You have to go up to them. Can you talk a little bit about some of the anxiety, some of the self-doubt, some of the limiting beliefs that come when you have to go up a level to create those associations? Have you ever had any type of fears? Was there anything that you had to overcome to be comfortable in those rooms?
Absolutely. One of the greatest negative self-talk words that I've ever said to myself was, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And I didn't feel deserving. I don't deserve it. And the reason why is because, honestly, I would say, who am I? I'm just LaRon Barnes. I'm just a individual who loves people, who wants to help. I don't have a major background. I don't have any college degrees. All I knew was that I had a dream. All I knew was that I wanted to be in the rooms with these people, Andrew. And at the time, I realized that insecurity comes when you haven't worked on yourself enough. You got to work on your mind, and working on your mind is consistent. It's an everyday thing. So I had to read. I had to get wiser. I had to get more knowledgeable, and it built my confidence and self-esteem. The more I invested in my mind, the better I got. So when you've been working on your craft for some time, someone said that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And as I began to work on myself and get better, it actually gave me confidence in myself to believe that I deserve to be in the room.
You know, that is a good point, because a lot of times we put people on a pedestal, right? And we say, well, I don't deserve to be in the room. But when you really think about it, the only reason you feel that way is because you can visibly see work they've done that you haven't. There's nothing inherently special about them. We're all created with the same, at the same level. We start at the same level.
Yeah.
Even if, think about this, if you were born into a wealthy family, but you personally yourself were a bum, right? Is there any respect that comes along with that? Maybe a little bit, but the respect is lost when people realize that you don't take action.
Yeah.
And just like you could come from the poorest family in your city, the poorest family in your group of people, but if you do the work, you end up rising above. And so really at the end of the day, VIP just means you've done the work.
Point blank.
You've identified your purpose and you've made yourself relevant. That's what it's all about. It's doing the work.
It's about doing the work. And again, man, because it actually builds your confidence and self-esteem. When you're 100% right when you said this, Andrew. The reason why many people feel inferior is because they haven't did the work. They haven't invested in their own mind. So they're looking at these everyday normal people as if they live in Space Jam, in Spaceland, as if they're not on this earth. They don't live on this earth. No, the difference between Les Brown and you, the difference between Walter Bond and you, the difference between Tony Robbins and you, and E.T. and you, is that they done the work. And when you do the work, you'll get the results. And the results will speak for itself. My favorite book said that your gifts will make room for you and put you in front of great men.
That's right.
What? Your gifts, as John Maxwell wrote a book, said, talent is never enough. It's never enough. You have to work on yourself. And then you have to develop your communication skills. So when you get in the room, you can stay in the room.
Listen, and then another part of it is you have to be persistent because they're not going to let you in the room the first time. Like I've experienced that myself, as I've elevated in certain areas and especially my associations and connections. A lot of times they ain't gonna let you in the room the first time, and so there has to be a layer of tough skin and an ability to receive rejection without it stopping you from moving forward. I think that a lot of people get stuck there because when you have low self-esteem or you don't feel worthy, when you get that rejection, it affects you too much, and you say, you know what, I'm not even trying that again. I don't want to feel that again. I don't want that experience, and so we drastically limit and cut off our potential by that. And so, can you speak a little bit to overcoming rejection? So the first time you try to go into the room, no, this isn't the room for you,
Yeah.
right? But you have to persist. And so, can you just talk a little bit about how that works?
Absolutely. Look, every room is not for you to be in. Every door that is open is not a door for you to walk through. So when you are entering a room, when you want to be connected to VIP, very important people who can help you get to the next level, the very first thing you must do, and my favorite book says this, it says that if you want to be great, the greatest among you will be the servant. We have to serve our way to success. When we want to be in the room, how can I add value to your business, to your organization, to your life? And when you get in the room and you begin to serve your way to success, then doors begin to open for you. The problem that most people have is most people come in with the give me attitude. What can I get? How can I get it? How can you help me? And most people don't humble themselves and work their way to the top.
That part right there. A lot of times we come in with this selfish mentality, like, wait a minute, if this person is here and I'm here, how can I get them to reach down and pull me up? But as you said before, they're not coming down to your level. You have to come up to theirs. And the only way to elevate yourself in that situation is through service. You have to come in with, hey, I see what you're doing. This is the value that I can add, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for value. That will cause them to pull you up. And so I love that you just said that. There was something that you mentioned in our notes that you wanted to touch on, and it was about paying your way into the room. And so talk to me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the quickest way to get in the room with VIP, very important people. If you have an individual that you follow, like if they're a celebrity, for an example, Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, E.T., anybody that you admire, anybody's work that you admire, anybody who resonates with your spirit, and you really want to be connected with them for the sake of absorbing their knowledge, their wisdom and expertise, and even getting in the room to where you all can even have a relationship, a closer relationship. One of the ways, the most powerful way to get close to those individuals in order to position yourself to even serve those individuals is to invest in their programs. As simple as it may seem. Mm-hmm. And what I did, bro, I invested in Les Brown Hungry for Greatness Speaking Academy program. And that's what actually allowed me to have direct communication with him and show him who I am. And now, Les Brown, he actually spoke with me. He talked with me. He gave me powerful feedback. He's an amazing man. But the only way that I was going to be able to talk with him on that level is I had to invest in him, his program, and then find a way to serve.
Just like you see a lot of these networking events where it's like, wait a minute, so I'm going to go to this networking event. I'm going to have dinner, the price point is a little high. So I've seen, situations, we're talking like $500, $1,000 a plate. People pay to get in those rooms because that's how you get connected. And so you can pay your way into the room. But what I would caution people from is don't pay your way into a room that you haven't prepared for. Because all you're doing is putting yourself in a position to be exposed. And so everything starts with the work. And I don't want people to overlook that or neglect that. Everything starts with the work. And so that personal development, that actual developing a plan and having a roadmap for your success, All of those steps are critical and important. But if you find yourself at a point where it's getting harder to move forward, then you have the tool or the ability to pay your way to the next level. But don't forget the work first.
Yeah. I want to add this to that the power of networking, and we're talking about how associations matter. Most people, average people who are not high level thinkers, people who don't understand the power of relationships. They don't understand that networking, to pay that $1,000 to get that plate, to get in the room and to pay $5,000 to join a workshop or a program. You're not just doing it for the knowledge, you're doing it for the associations, because the people that you meet in that room. Look, when I went and I invested in the Hungry for Greatness Speaking Academy with Les Brown, I didn't just meet Les Brown and connect with Les Brown. I met people who were higher up than me and people who were connected to Les Brown as well and on the same journey, like Tamara Barbara, who's one of my coaches right now. I met so many powerful people. Neil Maynard, met him, this gentleman, Pauline, got my words twisted. Pauline. I mean, there's a lot of people. I don't want to miss anybody's name, but here's my point: is that when I invested in that room, I met other people that are now helping me succeed in different areas of my life that Les Brown alone wasn't helping me with. And he helped me with his field of work. But there's other fields of work that Les Brown has. People help him as far as building business. And I needed other people to help me as well build my business. So networking, to get in a room with high powered people, very important people, people who have influence. That's what VIP is. People who have powerful connections that can connect you with individuals and help you get to the next level as well.
That's absolutely right. So we're going to pause right here. We've got a quick commercial break. We have an event coming up that is extremely important to our community. It is our mental health town hall coming to you September 28th. We got a message from Damon Daniels, the president of Ad Hoc Group Against Crime. Check this out.
Hello, my name is Damon Daniel, president and CEO of the Ad Hoc Group Against Crime. For those who are unfamiliar with Ad Hoc, we're a nonprofit organization that works with individuals, families, and communities impacted by crime and violence. And I'm super excited about the Elevating Men Town Hall meeting on mental health. This is so important for our communities. Mainly the reason why it's important to me is because the majority of people who are impacted by violence in our community looks like me. And then I want to make sure that folks really kind of get over those stigmas associated with mental health. And so the resources and the voices that are available at this conference are going to be super important for people to grow their understanding and even access to mental health services. So big shout out to Elevating Men and their effort to leverage mental health services to the community. Thank you.
So you guys have it right there, September 28th. You definitely don't want to miss out. We have to shout out our sponsors really quick because we're not doing this alone as Elevating Men. The entire city is getting behind this movement. We want to shout out the city of Kansas City, Missouri. They're one of our sponsors. Swope Healthcare, Reach Healthcare. We've got Williams Financial Group, the Full Employment Council, Dreammaker Society, Aries CDL Institute, Ad Hoc Group Against Crime, KU Center for African American Health, National Congress of Black Women. This is all of us coming together to make sure that we address the mental health issues in our community. If you want a free seat so that your voice can be heard, go to eventbrite.elevatingmen.com. So search Elevating Men on Eventbrite. You can reserve your free seats there. So let's get back to the conversation. We're talking about associations. We're talking about getting to the next level. To be honest with you, that's actually a place that you want to be because I didn't even talk about the speakers. We've got Mike Johnson, state representative. We got Senator Barbara Ann Washington. There's a couple other people that I can't name until next week, but you want to be in the room, trust me. All right, so let's get back to the conversation, brother. You just said something that was extremely powerful. You were talking about getting into rooms where you had to pay your way in. We talked about working your way in. Are there any other tips or strategies that you can give the people on getting connected to those who can get them to the next level?
Absolutely. I want to go ahead and put this out here. Very powerful tip and tool. And this is actually the last thing I would actually add to this is connecting with the connected. See, when you want to connect with someone and you can't get connected with them, like I reached out to Jermaine Miller, which is Les Brown's spiritual son. When I reached out to him, at the time I didn't know this, but I learned it afterwards. That when you connect with the connected, you're connecting with people who are connected to the individual that you want to connect with as well. And what you actually do is you actually serve that individual. See, when you can't get to the direct individual, connect with the connected. And here's the thing about it. Let it be genuine. But see, it has to be genuine. You have to actually want to help them. There are so many people that I'm helping right now and I'm not getting anything for because I understand that connections matter. I understand that if I help enough people get what they want, then who was it? I believe it was Jim Rohn said that if you help enough people get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. And so connecting with individuals and helping them to build their business, help add value to the connected person that you want to connect with, business, help their stuff grow. And I'm telling you, that right there will take you to the top. I just want to add this real quick as well, Andrew, and this is important. And you mentioned this a little bit. That's why it's important to get to the town hall meeting. You heard all of these people are going to be there. These are people of influence. These are people that can make things shake and bake. And you want to be in the room because, hey, if I don't know anybody right now, I need to find out who is somebody who knows the right individual. And then we can start serving that individual, letting them know, hey, this is the value I add to your business, not what can I get from you. No, that's not how we start. When we go in there, in order for us to be great, we got to serve our way to greatness. So find out who knows who, connect to the connected, and then serve from that place. And then you'll be able to really begin to make things happen with your sphere of influence.
Now, here's the thing that I want to make sure that people understand when it comes to networking. How can I say this? Sometimes we look at people's titles, we look at people's possessions, we look at things that we feel they've done to determine their value on if we want to talk to them or not. How arrogant of a thought is that? Because what we forget is there's something called 6 degrees of separation. And the 6 degrees of separation says that you're 6 people from anybody in the world. And so my philosophy is you treat everyone like a VIP because you don't know who they're connected to. It could be the lowest among us who's connected to the highest among us, and you don't know that. And so we have to be very, very careful when we try to categorize people and say, this person isn't worth my time. Because for all you know, their cousin could be the president, right? Their cousin could be the CEO of this company. And somebody they went to school with that they love and they have a great relationship with, and they could actually connect you, but you're overlooking them because you feel, well, no, I'm above them. I'm trying to get to the person above me. And so we really have to get out of that elitist mindset and understand that everybody is connected to everybody through the 6 degrees of separation. And so I just wanted to throw that in there because a lot of times when we're on our way to the top or we're trying to climb, we're trying to get where we're going, we develop this mindset that says, well, I'm not going to talk to anybody beneath me or below me. There's a lot of conversations like that I hear, that I see online. I've even heard it preached from the pulpit, like, hey, I'm not going to deal with anybody I'm here. I'm going here. Forget them. No. We treat everybody the way we want to be treated. We treat everybody like a VIP. Not only because we don't know who they're connected to, but it's the right thing to do. And so when you become a genuine person who's willing to serve anyone, high or low, that's where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens.
The one you will be the servant.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Listen, people, look, we do this every Sunday morning. I know that you got value from this. Again, we're going to plug this one more time because this is an important event. We want to make sure that you all get all the information that you need. Our mental health town hall is coming to you September 28th. We're going to play a quick commercial and then we're going to close out this session. Be right back. Hi, my name is A.L. Johnson with Elevating Men. There's a mental health crisis in Kansas City, and on Saturday, September 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Mohart Multipurpose Center, we're going to have a mental health town hall. The goal is for us to bring together mental health advocates, professionals, lawmakers, and the general public to address these issues. We need to see you there. So check the description. We're going to be going ahead and putting the link there so that you can get your free tickets. But back to motivational moments. So like we were talking about, you want to serve everyone. And what was the quote that you said? I need to hear that again. You said the greatest among you will serve.
Will be the servant. That's why it doesn't matter. You don't look at people in status. You look at people as people. You look at people as loving individuals, loving spirits, people who are emotional beings, not people who are greater than me or less than me. The only way to be great really is to serve. And that's what my favorite book says. I want to add this as well, Andrew, because this was very powerful. You made a statement as far as when you get in the rooms and we do look at people who are at higher statuses. Hear me, as I just stated, people are people. You don't have to be nervous. If there's something that you have on the inside of you that needs to be said, walk up to that individual with confidence, knowing who you are, knowing that what you have to say is worth it and you are worthy. You have a voice. And if there's something in you that needs to get out, say it. Again, you deserve to be in the room.
That's right. That's right. Listen, I've watched you elevate over the years, LaRon. I've seen you pay your way into the room. I've seen you serve your way to the next level. I've seen you do everything that you're talking about. And so you're not just talking, you're talking about the actions that you have gone through yourself. And so that's what I love about this show, about motivational moments, because we're hearing directly from someone who's doing the work. And as we said at the beginning, doing the work is the first step. And so you've been doing that. I just want to commend you on that, brother. But before we close down the show, I want you to talk to the people about exactly what you do and how you can help them.
Absolutely. So I work with business professionals and entrepreneurs who struggle with doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs that keep them stuck and from taking action to achieve their goals. I remember at one point in my life, I was stuck. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel worth it. I felt as if I couldn't get anything to work out for me. I had a lot of negative self-baggage. I would say to myself that I'm not good enough and I don't deserve to have the good things of life. And so I did a lot of self-sabotaging, and it sucked because it kept me back years, like 3 to 4 years. I suffered mentally because I could not get myself to move. And it was frustrating, debilitating, irritating. So when I finally got out of that place, when I finally found out how to rise above my own self, how to get out of my head to get into my life so that I can be successful. And now I'm speaking on stages. Now we're doing this show right here. Now I have so many great things going on in my life. But before that happened, I could get to this point, I got an accountability partner. And I understand the power of accountability. And so that's what I want to do. I want to be your accountability partner. I want to help you get to the next level. I want to help you get unstuck. I want to help you to live your dream. Whatever dream you have, whatever goal you have, whatever vision you have, you deserve to live it. And whatever fear, doubt, and insecurity that has been holding you back, forget it. It's your time. And I want to be the one who helps you get to the next level because you deserve to be at the top.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you see his website scrolling at the bottom of the page, LaRonDbarnes.com. Do yourself and your family a favor. Visit the website, book a session. You will not be disappointed. So this has been our motivational moments for this week. Make sure that you come back, same time, same place, every Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 9:30. We're going to give you the game. And so we appreciate you. If you missed this, you can replay it, or you can go to our YouTube channel at Elevating Men. We have a lot of exciting things going on and coming up. So make sure that you don't take your eyes off of us because you don't want to miss a thing. We'll see you next week.